One of our big stories today. So thank you for being here and choosing America's Morning Headquarters to get you through the mid-morning hours.
That's right. The Weather Channel is going to help you plan out for the big events ahead here as we get through the remaining parts of this week and head into the weekend. But we want to jump right into the big deal, which includes storms scrambling to resume flight operations. They hope to reopen at noon. At least that's the estimate and the hope. But even then, it's going to take some time to get things back to normal.
I think that 11 inches of rain might have been a conservative low end because there's some bigger numbers out there. So let's talk more about what's happening. Joining us on the phone right now is Lisa Valeriani. She was at the airport attempting to fly home to New Jersey when the storms rolled in. Lisa, thank you so much for joining us. So we understand you were taking off at 3 in the afternoon and you ended up sitting on the tarmac for 5 hours. Tell us what happened.
The better part of 4, but we pulled away.
Related to this, it might just, certainly be the last minute bookings, but I hope, everything goes right for everyone. You guys get back safely. Lisa Valeriani, excuse me, appreciate you so much for joining us here, and sorry about the weather.
Whew, that one story, I'm sure, of so many others out there having to deal with this year. I mean, just think of it, essentially a rogue storm, right? Comes in and just sits, and the pilots are waiting, the airports are waiting, the FAA officials, they're waiting for this thing to just kind of move out, and it just never did. Hours of not just a little bit of rain, but we were talking rainfall rates 3+ inches per hour.
Yeah, coming up in about 15 minutes, we're going to really break down what happened, show you the radar, show you how this actually happened, and talk about what's next.
Well, in Miami, the heavy rain, that shut down roads.
Really not across northern Florida, southern Georgia, Alabama. We've got a number of areas to watch for rain that could be heavy, but today we're going to bring in the mix of severe weather. And that's
when warmth sets in, I mean, you got to get something real nice and strong to come in and kind of scour it out. But it's going to take some time for that to happen. Welcome back here to America's Morning Headquarters here on this Thursday, getting you prepped here heading towards the weekend.
We had a number of records, like not just record high temperatures, but record earliest so warm in the season.
How about some of the upper 80s and 90s we saw there in the upper Midwest?
Eau Claire, Green Bay, you guys are some of the cities that did that. To the south we go, it was rainfall and record rain. And Fort Lauderdale, we've talked about that already today, but we can't stop talking about it. What an afternoon and evening.
It's just, it almost is just almost unreal. 20+ inches, at least in these areas here. Storm just sat. I mean, it just sat. When I looked at the radar loop, I was like, my goodness.
It just sat. And it had a lot of precipitable water, a lot of moisture in it, too. So that hasn't changed a lot in terms of the moisture in the atmosphere. I want to show you what we're going to be faced with today across the south and east. Now, things have changed a little bit. So the area of low pressure right here, you can see that. You can actually get a sense of the spin, right? This is not too far from my hometown. I'm thinking it was Rhodes.
Ooh, that's actually a good guess.
Yeah.
It was not Rhodes, though. It's weather.
Oh, well, that was my second guess, actually.
Yes.
But that was so Pennsylvania looking, very lush and green in the spring.
There you go. Beautiful weather, though, for the next couple of days. Saturday, though, not looking so great.
Yeah. A lot of Eagles fans up here.
Yes. Yes, that's right.
All right. Well, we know we love our list, and so I've got one too. USA Today recently put out the Reader's Choice Best Small Coastal Towns. So I'll run through the list. Number 10 is Cannon Beach, Oregon. Then Nags Head, North Carolina. Rehoboth Beach, Delaware. Sanibel, St. Augustine, Provincetown, Mass. Those round out rankings 5 through 10.
Okay.
So then we go to the top 5. Bayfield, Wisconsin, number 4. Marblehead, Massachusetts, number 3. Number 2, Stuart, Florida. So are you guessing? It's in Ohio. Sandusky is the number 1. In the summertime, it warms up nicely, though.
Yeah, all right. I mean, that alone, with Cedar Point there, that alone should make it a top spot. So I get it.
Nice weather today here. We've got temps in the upper 70s. Beautiful. Take a walk there by the water.
That should be a great day for the theme parks. So are they open yet?
It's a good question.
They're very close,
yeah, it's kind of, I guess, this time of year. They don't have the kids to work at them. That's always the challenge.
Oh, yeah, that's true.
That's right. All right, back to our question of the day.
Yeah. Being able to get around, you're not stuck in like long traffic log jams. You're just going to get in and out.
You have more flight options at the bigger airports, but if the flight options at the smaller airport line up, I mean, that's perfect.
That's perfect, yeah.
That's the ideal situation.
Absolutely. No question about it. Yeah, we'd love to hear from you.
Keep it coming.
Send us your airports. Maybe some of these we may end up flying through at some point.
I like not having to take a bus to the rental car.
Ooh, yes, when you can just walk there and get there.
Or even a train is okay, but like lugging your bag on the bus and
It's a pain.